But the thing is, BLG have only played Western. There's a world where BLG win this, they go 2-2, they draw Koi, and then they get to top 3. And they get to top 8. And their top 8 run is only Western teams. Haven't seen BLG versus any LPL or LCK team yet. Banning Sion on blue now, are we? Surely you last ban Rise here. Surely. Koi could beat them. Ezreal ban. Ezreal ban. They first picked the Nico because Azir and Rise are open. They can trade or what, or they can go Cassio. Rise Prio has dropped a little bit. I'm surprised by the Ezreal ban. Maybe it's because they want Jarvan and Elk's a good Ezreal. Is that... I don't know what else there is really to... They want to play like some kind of Rumble Jarvan. They take the Azir. Knight can play so many things into Azir, he's fine. He can play Akali, he can play Syndra, he can play fucking Rise. Ziggs is what Knight used to play into Azir. There was a period during the LPL where Knight was just like the Ziggs king, playing it into Azir always. It was a very short period, but yeah. Azir Karma, wow, okay, so the matching the Nico is scaling. A lot of scaling on BKS, they're gonna need a bridge soon. Trundle! There's Knight 6. They're just blinding Trundle into Azir Karma. The Trundle has no value in this draft so far. Surely you just pick Jarvan, right? Like, Jarvan here is kinda nice. Unless you wanna pick an AD carry, like Sivir. And Ben. Kiana. Ooh, Kiana Azir Karma is a bit freaky. That is really freaky. That doesn't really like line up very well, does it? Karma, Kiana Azir. Well, I think PLG want like Kai'Sa, Varus, Cassante, Caitlyn, yeah, all that shit. I think Sivir is good for VKS, but I don't know, I feel like actually VKS... they're lacking a little bit of CC for me. They're lacking CC and Engage. They need CC and Engage, 100%. Like, is Ashe terrible here? Varus terrible? We need some Jhin, Ashe, Varus, Bessa. With Yorick, Renekton, Ben. Yeah, Kai'Sa is quite a nice champ for BLG here. It's time for Draven Karma bot into Kai'Sa. Yeah, I think Bin can play like Jax here, or he can play... I mean, yeah, Jax. Man, something about VKS's comp just doesn't feel nice. It has to be like Varus or something. Oh my god, don't play Smolder Azir Karma, please. Guys, you're gonna get run over if you do that. I mean, they have winning bot. They have good jungle matchup. Good scaling mid. I think they're okay. I think VKS's comp, something about it just looks really fragile. And they don't have enough engage to make it work. I feel like BLG can jump on them whenever they want. Sleeper Agent Shadow. Yeah, he won't wake up for NA though. He will smash NA. Sleeper Agent Shadow will fuck them up. Don't forget to subscribe. I mean, VKS, I think a swap here for BLG is not bad. Yeah, they're putting Kai'Sa top. It's a bit of a tricky lane to play. Varus Karma. Summer's first ever Kiana game. Good old Knight Ziggs. Yeah, I don't think Bin's gonna be able to farm, but at least the Kai'Sa can. Actually, they're kind of... Are we playing Varus Karma bot and losing to Jax Nico? No, we're not, right? Surely not. Yeah, Elk is going to be really strong in this game. Bin falling behind, not the end of the world. He still has potion, cookies, TP. Wow, insta-flash. He just W'd Ziggs to auto-attack him, so his soldier was not on... He had a soldier on cooldown. Was kind of sad, actually, that timing for him. There is no way there's a dive here, right? No red buff Trundle. Potion and Biscuit. Guys. What?
Immediately taking a lot of turret aggro. Shadow with a late flash. What in the hell is
Double Agent Shadow! Double Agent Shadow! What is that dive? How can you ever dive top there?
That was one of the worst tower dives
That is the worst dive I've ever seen in my life.
Walk underneath the tower.
What the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing?
You didn't even force his flash. This is crazy. Shadow's not even hitting him at all. And then he flashes out with the last.
That is disgusting, by the way. That is disgusting.
You didn't even get.
That's a volume increase.
Remember, they swapped.
That's a volume increase. What? Bro, how could you ever dive at like 70% health Ambessa with potion and biscuit?
you have
impossible
to think that when you see those
to do that.
nameplates across from you, you're super
You can't do
focused,
that.
but you're also
So
Top is
Boal
fucking
even has that
fried.
blue buff, so a little bit
Blue
more
buffer
energy.
is quite
as well.
nice too.
And yeah, I want to see what kind of an
Q.
advantage he can build
Nice
here
hit.
against Bin.
Is Shadow coming for round 2 or what? I think he can 1v2 them. What is Shadow? Is this a play?
Around the area. Bin's gonna jump in, finds
I feel like he's fine.
right on top of it. Boal trying to skip his way
Oh my
out of
god,
here a
maybe
little
he's
bit.
not.
Does not
He's
get a
fine.
whole lot there with a public execution, but again,
I feel like the Ambessa could have
doesn't
cooked
even
them quite hard there.
flash, and Boal
VKS look for a cross map. They're going to zone Elk away from as much farm as they can. They secure a plate as well.
They get the clone out of the Nico on, trying to buy a little bit of time, but no, it's VKS.
Easy dive.
Teaching last
Dive this guy as well, no?
Runner-up, had to do a tower level up. Chains of corruption coming out now.
They're inting.
They want a little bit more damage.
They're inting.
Morteo's
The tower
barely
was still
hanging on
ramped.
the life into
Oh
Samus as
my
well.
god, they're
A double
counter
kill for
inting.
the
Trimby
Nico.
went too
Spoke
fast.
too
Trimby went
soon.
way too
They
fast.
dive too far, but it ends up being a 1-for-2.
But how are we all so
BLG get the
boosted at
better
tower
of them.
dives?
The turret dives
In here.
If
But
Trimby let the
Elk
tower
has
reset
the
its
killer
fucking
instinct,
ramp,
has
then they
the
could have just
barrier
killed
that
the
is so
Kai'Sa
much
pretty easily.
shielding. A redive.
Or the Nico rather.
The back, but at the very least, they dissuade the dive. They close the goal gap. Trimby's taking a lot of damage.
Trimby
Bomba.
trying to get away
Mantra
from all
W
of
saved
that
him.
burst. The
At the dive.
Here, the
And so
initial
on
dive wasn't
plays
bad.
this
I
about
see
as
why
much
they're
as
playing
can.
this slow,
Flashes away
because
from the
Nico has
damage
flash
as
up.
much as he can.
Now,
Try and
boom,
box
flash
up
out,
Trimby,
great. Now they
gets
have to
his
wait
flash
for the
early.
ramp. Once the
Then a
ramp
lot of
stops, they're
summoners
good, but
already
look at
using the
Trimby. He
side
walks up
of
and
the
Mantra
level
Qs.
up
Why?
through the ulti connects, but Trimby tanks an extra tower shot, then an additional one along with the minions. The minions finish the job.
Crazy if they
And
just
it
wait
ends up
there.
being a double.
Lead has been
Okay, well,
eroding.
Morteo
He's
still
only
has a
at
pretty
250 now.
lead, a pretty big
Down
lead
a
over
fair bit of
Kai'Sa.
CS.
He needs to.
I mean, it was up
I
last
mean,
time we
ideally in
checked
this
in,
Varus
so
Karma Nico
plus
matchup,
4
your
full.
80
just
carries
love
like
that
20-30 CS
earlier
up,
I
but at least
mentioned
now he
the
has a kill.
average kills. Coming
Boal
in as
has
the
lost
first
a
seed,
lot
the
in this
level
lane,
you're
despite getting
expecting
2
from them
free
is not the
kills. It
level
looks
that we're
like
seeing
he's
on stage.
losing to Bin's
And,
checks,
I feel a lot of the
like
game
CS-wise,
I
you
mean,
know?
you gotta remember.
You see at
3
least
grubs is
one
good
of the
for
teams
VKS,
sending their
obviously,
jungler
but
over
denying
to
it
at
from the
least
Ziggs
secure
is
one
even
grub.
bigger.
But
Ziggs
because of the
checks.
chaotic state of this game,
Cross the Drake
it's
or what?
9.5 minutes in before the grubs are first taken, and it is
What is
VKS
Trimby doing?
securing all 3, as Trimby's in a bit of a tough spot here. The Pillar's trapping a Mega Inferno
Why is he
bomb
basing
for the
on a ward?
slam dunk, and
With
that
no
means
flash?
Knights get
He's sitting on
What
top
is
of
going
a
on
ward.
this
They know
game?
the ward is the safety.
What even-
He's just
what the
secured an
fuck?
objective, and if you're going to play
There's
for it,
thing
it's
to
a lot
fight
of
over
fishing.
here.
It's a lot of maybe playing for plates, maybe looking for a pick. And so I expect both teams to be kind of very respectful of one another. As I say that,
yeah, on goes in for the Pop Blossom, and once again, it's going to be
Oh, one
Trimby
shot.
just deleted off the rift. He tries to flash over the
Yeah,
wall.
this
but
Karma
follow-up
support
damage
is
after
not
the Nico
working very
ulti
well. They fucked their
guarantees
lane
he
up, they
drops,
fucked the
and
dive up,
BLG
got caught
gonna
twice.
pull a little for-
Well,
to
there
follow
was
up
like
with the
magic
ultimate
for
of
the
his
first
own,
5
results in
minutes, but I
another
think the magic
kill
is
onto
slowly
Trimby.
fading.
0-3, the scoreline
They're gonna
now
need a
for
lot more
VKS.
magic here, VKS, to
It's
make
insult
it
to
work.
injury, you lose both your summoners there.
Like,
It's
top
just
will be in
so
a great
easy
spot
to
because
pick.
look at his item,
Champions
right? He's
without
sitting on
dash,
Eclipse
and
this
you're playing
early.
with, you know, Trundle and Jackson,
Can't
Nico
really
and
die
all
with
those
Eclipse
champions.
into no
Trundle
Triforce
just
checks.
throws down,
Miru's farming well,
these engages, so
but it's just
Trimby
the
gonna
bot
be
lane is kind of
really
butchered it.
Shadow to just kind of control the river.
Why
right?
is the
They've
EU
maintained
player
their vision in
griefing,
that
bro?
area,
Shut your fucking...
and I'm conscious some of
They have
these
infinite
dragons,
top
'cause
push this game,
how do you
VKS,
walk
right
in
now.
if you don't
Not for
have
long,
vision against that
but for
Trundle
now.
without just kind of gold
He's getting
get a
ganked.
plate? That is nice, but
Kiana's close
Bin
though.
and Shadow here.
Yeah, Ben's immediately going to drop the ulti as Shadow runs through the frozen domain, throws the pillar down. Public execution from Boal, trying to play this defensively, but now with a redemption
Nice
coming in,
flashy Q on the
VKS,
Kiana.
They turn it around as
Gets the
Desama
Trundle
shows
flash
up.
too.
Shadow is forced to flash away.
On's
as the
hovering.
supreme display of talent would have slammed him back into the wall and potentially sat up
Could
a
Nico flash ult
second
over the wall if
kill.
they stay?
Nice.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
really
nice kill.
good for through a play
Does
of his own,
Ambessa
through
carry
the
this game,
outplay,
though?
The response to the gank that
Does Bin have
come
Triforce in
He's able to kite it
respawn?
down
No.
towards the
Or what?
redemption. More of
No
a
Triforce for
possibility
Bean.
for them now.
I feel like the story of this
Herald's
game
up, no Ambessa
for
can ult.
BLG, things just
3
haven't
Heralds,
been
yeah.
going
It's
their
hard
way,
to fight without...
but this
Well,
is a nice sign
this
from the
Ambessa,
side of BLG as they
it
now
might be a
try and
fair
get
well
out
angle here.
and on, invested in a dive.
VKS thinking about Drake, but this macro from BLG is good here.
Trying to get away, the Pop Blossom catches it.
Way
Mega
too late on the
Inferno
TP. You're just
bomb
gonna die as well.
from downtown. Means Knight's the one taking the kill credit.
Oh my god,
And
Om's
Miru
driving
and
after
Trimby
them.
have no choice but a full retreat. The Herald's going to be driven into tier 2, but immediately On's going to be shuffled back towards it. Has to flash a sequence
But you
of
see
events
that though?
leads to a-
It's crazy. Think about like VKS gank top counter gank. They use 2 ults, they get a kill. Cool, BLG dies. They base, they TP up, they full send everything on Herald. They get it, you don't have ults to fight it. Then they stay top, Herald top, take the tower.
On the feet of Monster Slayer. forest lane. So the next neutral objective will also determine the boots, as Miru has to use the shifting sands to get away from BLG, who are overloading this top side. Mega
BLG is
Inferno
smurfing,
bomb.
by the way.
Only the edge clips
The macro
Miru, so he
diff is
still
insanity.
survives, but the tier 2 cannot tell.
Also,
the
VKS
same
have 3
tale
grubs,
as
but they're
that
getting
one
so
drops
out
and BLG
macroed.
are up.
This last
They
2
tested
minutes,
quickly
they've just
before
exploded the game.
They were This is why we
Maybe they don't know how to tower dive. Maybe their right clicks are
try
not good, but their brains are working.
Circles around.
Knight is just gonna wave clear this game forever.
Constantly in their opponent's face, taking vision.
The game will slow down a little bit.
Hasn't been
Why was it good? Because BLG is just a really fast team.
As a result, so looking good.
Oh, Pop Blossom forces the flash out of Morteos, but On will pay the price. VKS get a kill back. They tie it up.
Every play that BLG does that involves fighting is a loss.
But what about the follow-up? Trimby's got to be a little careful
if it's a
here,
pick,
but
it
BLG
works.
won't find any.
You got the flash off of Morteos.
True, you do get his flash.
It's going to mean he's going to be very vulnerable.
No.
Okay, Pin going in with the
Kai'Sa
ulti
side
here
lane.
on the Jax. Killer Instinct from Elk brings him into the fight now too with public execution defensively from Boal. Just trying to get away and buy a little bit more time. The counter-strike number 2
Nice play by
locks it up
BLG.
and
BLG is
knocks
just
him
making
down.
plays
Pin,
non-stop. Yeah, I mean, VKS kinda... They just don't have engage.
On that flash,
Unless they can find a pick with Kiana.
Individual gold leads
Or
everywhere
Varus ult
except
hits
top
Kai'Sa.
lane now for BLG.
Like here, can
And
they
the
Varus ult
largest
Kai'Sa?
one is now mid lane, or at least tied with support here for Knight on the Ziggs. Two
Why doesn't
fully
he press
completed
it?
items with the Horizon focus now.
He pressed E, why doesn't he press ult?
Companion. The burst from this
Oh,
champion
cancelled
is
it.
so
Oh,
he messed it up.
As Miru forced
He got
the
cancelled by
flash because of a
ZiggsW.
mistake.
Another big tool, not only defensively for the Azir, but of course the
Awa.
offensive potential there is large.
This tower is just
especially
dead
for
or
a
what?
team that is so lacking in engage.
Oh, the Atakan
and
is
now
just
it's going
dead.
to be an immediate Atakan
They
start.
can't give
No
Atakan.
flash on
No
either of your
shot.
carries.
Why is Trimby in
This is
base?
great play
Oh,
from
it's a good
BLG.
guess.
He's gonna stop his recall
Oh, it's a
again.
monster guess.
Miru's not
He had
even gonna
Horizon
be able to
focus, so he must have
participate
seen a
in the
little bit of
fight
where
at
he's
all.
recalling.
It's gonna take him
Ah, it's
so
just
long to
gone.
get back and heal and then try
Ah,
to
they're so
teleport
gapped.
in,
And
as
they're
Knight
so
is just
gapped.
trying to keep everybody on
Look at
VKS
this TP.
away. The Otacon down to 3,000 HP.
Oh my god,
playing
On, what are we
defensive here
doing?
with the Pop Blossom, just trying to create enough space. Thornbound Otacon secured. Boal dives into the BLG front line as they root up Bin, but they do not have the damage to try to
Oh
kill him. The
god.
bouncing bomb barely missing out on Trivius. Miru's going to be the first to die. There's no way out for the Emperor.
A lot of skill
There's
shots
no
are
way
skill
through
shotting.
for V.
What do you mean
Just
Maya's
getting
here?
everything.
Why are you saying Maya's
At least for
here?
VKS.
You know,
I think that's
in
just
the LTA
insanely
style,
out
in
macroed.
the
I don't know,
by
VKS,
far the best player
Trimby got
this
caught a
year,
lot, his
so to
base
see that
timings were
moment
bad,
almost
their
take,
play on
forcing him
top
to use his flash
was
to
good, but then they
retreat,
dropped their
then meaning
tempo,
he
went
doesn't have
bot side,
that
lost top
flash
tier
for
1,
that
lost
big
top
team
tier 2.
fight.
I
You
think they
never
weren't very
know
proactive
what it
with
could've
Varus
looked
ult
like
on
if
mid
he
waves,
had
they're
them.
misplaying a
Miru
lot.
tries to go in, find a shuffle onto On.
I don't know what On's doing half this game, but
Pop Blossom also a swing and a miss. So
he's
two
playing
ultis,
for space.
Neither one finding any success
Every time he
up
goes
here,
in and
it's gonna
dies, he
take
gets
those away
something out of
as
them.
BLG
At least it'll give them something, a moment of reprieve, but no opportunity will be found. The pillar comes down.
Oh, nice pillar there from Shadow as Desamas
Where's
tries
Varus
to
Q? It's
take
on cooldown
Elk
or
with
what?
him, but he just
Now for
I feel like VKS has been just...
You don't really have engaged. You don't really have the ability to
I really
get
think that
picks.
the BLG
Kinda
was
depending
running this game
on
down a bit, but they
BLG,
just
looking
can't
for
punish
engage
it.
of their own.
In
Night
this game,
Ziggs a
but
classic
you can
now,
see his
nowadays.
Impact has definitely been felt. The way he's been
Well, not a
using
classic,
his
but like in
ultimate
summer
to
he
assist
mained
in
it.
any of the side lane much damage.
BLG, what do you mean I'm
just
glazing
one of the
BLG?
many
BLG was
threats
running
that
this game
BLG
down, but their
brought to
macro
the
is just
table
100
here
times
in
better.
this first.
there's no dragon
Like
on the
VKS
map for
had-
another 2 minutes, so there's
They got a
nothing to
double kill
distract
top
them
and 3
elsewhere.
grubs in the
The
first
Baron's
8 minutes,
mid
and they
is where
have
the next
0
action is
towers.
going down. Shadow steals away the enemy red buff. Desamas down to 1/3 HP. Mega Inferno Bomb doesn't hit him, but he has to flash over the wall because BLG is collapsing. They are forcing summoner spells. They are chunking health bars. They are setting up for the Baron, and they make their way over as Elk starts it up.
The poke alone is enough to dissuade VKS. We talked a little bit about these range opportunities on both sides, but now that the Ziggs is fully online, he is just melting anytime VKS try to approach. And again, we're seeing it here on assisting with that poke.
Samus in the pit, he wants to go in for the steal, but he does not find it.
He
He's
doesn't have
immediately
smite.
killed by the jump from the Trundle. On is about to die, and Miru takes him out, but Boal
Nice
cannot
kiting
kill
by Elk.
Elk. BLG are gonna get everybody here as Miru and Morteos cannot get away.
GG.
Elk will not be found. It's a double kill for the Kai'Sa.
See how much damage
Oh
they
man,
can get.
what do you mean
Knight's
IG
damage
died
on
for
turrets
this?
with this Ziggs is just
IG died
disgusting.
ages
Every
ago.
auto attack.
Yeah, I mean,
I
this
feel like
only
VKS needs
is
to play a comp that
small
requires
glimpse
less
of the
brain,
poke
like,
that BLG were able to dish out.
less thinking,
Desamas
because their
had
comp
access
is
to the
very
Baron,
squishy,
but isn't able to win out
and they
on the
can
smite
walk.
fight
Like when
once
I
he's separated from
when
his
I see
team. He
VKS
just
play,
becomes
if they have
chaos on
champs
the
that can
river.
go
Get
in,
back
dive in,
alive.
fight,
Oh,
and send it, I think they play good. But when they have champs like Azir and Karma and Varus, and they have to play slow, and they have to get vision, and you have to poke, and you have to do this. No, I think they just need to go next game and just pick fucking Rumble, Jarvan, Rel, and just fucking fight them. I think this team, when I've seen them play, they look much better with those champs. They don't have any tools to play the game here. Trimby Alistar is insane. Give him Alistar.
Pushing in mid lane. Top lane inhibitor is already exposed. Remember, in the bottom lane inhibitor inhibitor is first to fall. The 4-man squad on BLG continues pushing bottom.
This comp is too much scaling and too much like thinking. Just fucking don't need to. Just go in.
Down below half HP immediately.
Too slow.
Another bouncing bomb base. Double super minions.
What do you mean getting rid of Kiana and Azir 5-head? Knight doesn't play that much Azir.
It feels like
you need to be able to be aggressive. You need to be able to get advantageous matchup, push the pace. Trimby's in trouble.
Yeah, Trimby with a killer instinct from Elk, threatening his life. Does stay alive for now, but the Mega Inferno Bomb will remedy that real fast. Miru tries to finish the job. The only thing finished is his time on Summoner's Rift. 50-second death timer here for the mid laner from VKS as a 5v3.
What did Vedia say? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
BLG is looking like the end of this game. Shadow throws out the pillar, Chains of Corruption, Pop Blossom on 3. Ben gets the kill. Morteos is already down. Desamas trying to fight back, but he can't even kill on. Boal stuck on the steps of the fountain, watching the last remnants of his base get destroyed. BLG bulldoze game 1.
Pick some champs that play the game.
The Nexus still exploded before 30 minutes.
Please pick some champs that play the game. Caitlyn Ben. Orianna Ben. Wukong open. Ryze Ben. So, Wukong open. Pick Wukong. What does BLG take here? Rumble Zinzao or what? Rumble Jarvan? Ornn's a great time. Great time to go Ornn. I feel like Ornn and Galio are better answers to Rumble than Cassante. I think Rakan here is fun, but it's a bit crazy. Talia is the best for sure. And what does Knight pick into Talia? Ahri? Yone? Akali, Yone, LeBlanc. I think Galio mid is also good. They're gonna slam a Poppy support, really. Why? The reason I don't understand it is VKS doesn't have that many dashes, and it's not a flex because you broke the flex instantly.
It's expected.
I think their logic is
targeting some of these support.
Talia needs mini support.
Wukong
mini support, Nautilus, Alistar, Leona, Rakan.
Obviously fine, just W flash in, all people, whatever.
Poppy counters Rel, Alistar, and Rakan. So if we ban Leona Naut, which I presume is what they'll do, they ban Braum. So there's Leona, worst case. I guess Leona still does get a little countered by Poppy. Nico is also out, Karma's out. What are you going to play into Poppy support that gives Talia setup? There's not really anything unless you're playing something like Thresh or maybe Bard. Corki for Elk. They're playing Corki Poppy bot lane. Is there a way to punish this? Like Sivir something? Or some Leona lane? Sivir Bard? I don't know if I like that. Sivir nice. They all kind of suck though. Poppy is blocking. Ooh, Tarek.
Yeah, I'm not going to trust any of
LeBlanc Akali on 5 here goes crazy. What does Bard do this game? He ults Rumble and Zinzao on side, and Talia combos them. And that's it. They should win bots, right? Actually, do they win bots? Poppy is really strong. Alright, VKS.
And a lot of it is going to stem.
You have some go buttons.
Mid-jungle combo.
Knight on LeBlanc this game is going to be scary as fuck though.
Through the other game is BLG in a very similar position. When you have this LeBlanc Zin, it provides you with so much agency in these early skirmishes.
They're going to spam gank Mireille.
Need that first back.
Okay, we have cleared the bot successfully.
Shadow,
why is he? He wants to cross for top crab.
Can they interrupt?
Knight still has base TP. I told you to stand back. Okay, they can kind of hold a freeze here. It's going to be a bit of a scuffed freeze. But we'll take it. Combo timing, show it to me.
Nice job just being really annoying there. Of course, Elk didn't want to actually stop his recall.
He doesn't W, he just E's him.
Trade there from Miru as Knight does arrive on the TP.
Knight has refillable. This Talia is really vulnerable to ganks.
Slower chord.
We'll need some Elpers. Okay, so On didn't base, he went for that trade. Yes, TP. All good. Give Drake base TP top. I think BLG's in a pretty fine spot though. Unless they can try and contest this. They have Talia ult. Knight's level 5. Elk has to dash out.
For everybody except
Q,
+1 level for the 80
nice.
carry roll on VKS as now Miru's ready to ride the wall straight in.
Jungler.
Shadow under pressure a little bit here.
Pin TPing in.
Jungler,
wow, insta one shot. Nice stun by On.
Desamas has to try to get away. Bin arrives with a teleport and the equalizer.
Nice equalizer. No flash.
Desamas
double kill tonight or what?
Welcome straight to the spawn platform. One more auto attack
W
takes
stun.
Down.
Sivir. Oh my god, the Q did it.
Getting away just barely. Trimby with a flash in to finish off
Morteus.
the kill. Gets back to a magical journey. jumping over the wall to stay alive
Oh, I feel
himself. So VKS get one back, but BLG...
I feel like VKS should have gotten way more there.
Yeah,
I know
well,
BLG won the fight, but like, what happened to Talia?
TP, so it's always going to kind of be a losing fight.
Why didn't she jump off the wall now earlier, up and press E?
That Boal didn't want to come for it. They pushed Shadow
Just kind of goes in and dies.
Incredibly low very early, but Miru died quickly. And then it was honestly a nice job by VKS on the kite out. This equalizer was placed perfectly here, but Trimby on the turn with Morteos. Not fully on the same page because he should have been able to actually get the kill right there.
I feel like if he just
threw one auto attack onto the Corki first, then
now going to be a lot scarier.
Knight is going to start running the map. The good news is Muriel still has flash, but
first champions that comes to mind when you think of I do not
they put
want
Sivir
early
mid.
kills
Well,
going to
those
this
grubs are
champion.
cooked or what?
His ability to burst you will be so
Talia be able to move? I guess she will now.
And then you're like, well, now you can't
you
fight
win this
anymore.
4v4 as VKS?
And that's why she's such an obnoxious champion and difficult to lock down. And that's why hard CC is super important for her.
Talia's moving with ult soon.
There really
They
isn't
should
a lot.
be able
So
to stop it.
right now the grubs have started off.
Yep, Shadow's going to go ahead and secure that first grub for BLG, but it's VKS
I would be happy for
moving to the
VKS
river
that
now.
they have
BLG
grubs, but
decide one is enough.
exactly.
I need to see them use
You
the
see
grubs
that
well
Elk
for them
was
to
not
actually have
roaming,
any
and
value.
Miru moved grub.
I think VKS
Get
kind of had
Elk
to do that though.
paid. Yeah, you went down one grub, but who cares? The play benefits them.
Exactly. As long as you're not giving away all three, giving them
Well,
the ability
I
to spawn
agree
the
a
void
little
links
bit,
every
but I
time they're
think
trying to push
Talia
the
pushed
back
bot
turrets.
and got a
You don't
plate
feel
and
too
then
bad
moved.
about the 2-1
Lost the wave. So it was plate for plate, so it's wave for grub, which is
Right now,
kind
BLG
of,
are in a very comfortable position.
I think, fine, considering you
One
get 2.
advantage that Miru will have
because
in this
2
lane is that right now he still
gives
has
you
more wave
feats.
clear than Knight does, and he has to invest a
So
lot
they're
of
1 stack
resources.
feet now,
You just saw him spending so much to kill that cannon minion.
which is okay.
But On is here to...
The
They
first
could
Drake of the
dive
game
Elk
still
right
alive as
now,
we're about to crest
if they're
the 10-minute
confident.
mark
If
here,
they're just
so
confident,
not a
Elk
lot
is
of
dead.
importance placed on that one after the first fight that was over.
Tower.
As Elk, he does get himself caught up inside that tempered
Oh, the
fate,
timing
tries
is
to back
awful.
away, but the Cyclone interrupts it. That Elk just got hunted. Morteos
So Trimby
Good
doesn't
play.
quite connect. Very
Big kill.
valuable
got
target.
him.
PLG's on
Guaranteed.
Drake right now.
Drake now begun once
Yeah, I
again
guess there's no
by
Bardolt.
BLG.
And
Last
Talia
time
has to
VKS
catch.
came in.
All over the
Bardolt
map
is
as they
coming
set
up
their
slowly
sights
though,
on
but the
VKS's
Wukong ult on
bottom
cooldown.
side.
I feel like
These
VKS is so
Raptors will be a
ult
point of
reliant, aren't they?
contention,
They need their ult
but- Okay,
buttons.
VKS fighting
You
back.
can see Boal
We are
has that
just
Caedrel
chilling.
Brooker
Well, the
now,
game
so
hasn't
he's gonna
exploded
be
yet for
very
either side.
difficult to push out in
pretty
the
even.
side lanes by either LeBlanc or the Rumble.
Ooh, nice tempered fate there coming out from Trimby.
Oh, he got
Does wanna
hit
get
by the
binding
last
into
tick
wall
of the
after,
Poppy
but
W.
On's continuing to just
So he
walk
couldn't
away.
get the
Point blank
stun.
keeper's verdict, and
Why
On
doesn't Mireio just
survives the
ult?
ambush.
I feel like
Just
Talia ult there
barely
is
he
good,
able
no?
to get a BLG
Not sure if
out
you'll
here
need
and
it the
there.
next few minutes.
It's not
Try and
really
get the flash at
converting
least.
into much.
Move around, try to
Still
put
a while
pressure
till
on
Drake.
BLG.
We are
Don't
chilling.
allow them to
Just
kinda
don't get
rinse and
caught,
repeat what
Trimby,
they
don't
did
get
last
caught.
game.
Fight over these.
LeBlanc
and
is first on the
BLG are
move.
going to secure the steal on that one.
Oh, Shadow, a bit
flash
aggro.
out there from Trimby. Got a little bit nervous as Knight jumps over the wall and finds 3/4 of Miru
Yep,
himself.
that's a
There's
Talia
Poke
base right there.
LeBlanc right there.
You can cancel his base and
That
kill him
is,
more.
that is some poke, and I mean, 2-0. To me, that was kind of the biggest difference in the last game, how they played together. They're TPing in Miru. They're going to see if they can do something.
Yeah, looks like Desamas has to try to get all the way out here. Defensive Cyclone.
Let's
wants
try
to
and get
be
Shadow's
engaged there
flash here at
onto
least.
Shadow. Seismic
I don't know if he
shove
needs the flash,
collides
though.
with On. He's down
On
to
needs
about
the flash, but he
20%
doesn't have it.
HP, and On's
He already
turned
used it.
off.
I'm guessing he
Nice
engaged with it,
moves
didn't see
from
it.
VKS fighting them off to secure the feat of warfare.
Themselves 3 kills, but PLG's not
Oh,
done
that
yet.
stun hit.
Yeah, Shadow wants to step forward, but he's chunked to half HP. Trimby continuing to get away as Miru rides the
I just
Weaver's
wish they
wall
would play
in,
more
and it
confident.
knocks Shadow onto the wrong side, so he's still safe, and now Miru's going to
They
be
look
your
so
target.
disjointed.
Just completely exploded,
Flash
but
from
still
Knight.
alive for an extra second. Knight takes him out with the sigil of
nice
Malice.
kill by
it's
Knight.
a double kill
GG.
now as Desamas falls too. The LeBlanc is getting fed, and VKS needs to run. Ben's here to cook him up. Triple kill over to Knight.
Knight lives
the
that?
LeBlanc gets a quadra.
Holy.
15 minutes into the
Holy
game.
Knight.
The LeBlanc is fed,
Holy
and
Knight.
VKS are dead.
I just think if
Members
VKS was
down,
more
everyone with
decisive,
BLG
they could own this
on
fight.
blinking health bars, but surviving there. They try
But
to
like here,
look for their
Talia
re-engage,
ult.
but the ulti from Miru
More
was
to the right and
a
just fucking
bit
go.
too late.
Over the wall where her
Shadow
W
gets
was,
up to
she
the
should
other
go
side
and
of the
combo
wall,
Xin Zhao. He's
and
no
then
flash,
Knight
he's dead.
comes over the wall,
It's a
puts
good play.
the pressure here in
And your
onto
E will stop
Miru.
Corki LeBlanc from
Elk
killing you. You have flash to
Valve,
play
they
it.
all fully commit.
I think execution
and look
was
at how
poor.
Knight is just dancing back and forth in this fight, putting on so much pressure.
How did
even
Knight
at
get
low
these
health,
two? Was
that
it like
when Min
Ludens or what?
arrives, everyone is just prepped up, and it's
Yeah,
dinner
Ludens
time.
killed the Bard.
The Comet ends up not Knight
10
stable.
stacks, bitch
I
eyes.
mean, there's no reason.
Yeah, this could
Yeah, I can
Look
play
at
the game.
damage
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Desamas.
He's dead.
Knight just needs one more spell. Sigil of Malice, one more. There it is. Knight is dominating.
Oh my god.
6-0-1.
Enemy mid laner when I'm in my promos.
4 more pages added to the book.
He's
This
gonna lose bot wave, so you need to dive mid here or some shit.
His individual gold lead is 2.1 thousand gold. He's waiting over the wall. He sees Morteos, wants to go in. Spell Shield's going to at least keep the
Knight
Sivir
is giving a
healthy
few
for
waves in
now,
bot.
as Knight moves back up to join the rest of
giving
his
a
team. The
full
Rip Herald was already secured off screen by Shadow, and we're talking all this about Knight. Elk is still
we
very
are
strong
hungry
himself
for it.
here on the Corki. The binding was already used there from Trimby. On jumps in to try to help Knight's dive.
I guess I get mid
Not
tier
quite
1.
enough damage to kill either one of the
Knight
VKS
did just
bottom
give
laners,
Talia
but they have plenty of
500 gold.
firepower to take down the tier 1 turret.
And
that's
XP.
just another dub here for BLG.
You know,
My
nice use of
bard!
the ultimate there from
LeBlanc and Poke
Do not
champ,
fear
and,
the man who
he's poking
practices
pretty
a kick
hard.
10,000 times.
Poke is 100%
Fear the man
of
who
your
practices
HP.
one kick 10,000
It's
times.
getting pretty dire out here for the side of VKS.
I
Knight
get
is
it.
still the vast majority of his
What the
gold
fuck?
lead,
He
however,
needs to
so
practice
if they
that
can
kick. He
kill
just
him,
W'd into the
it
wall.
will be huge.
Hey!
Knight now in some danger, down to 10% HP. Bawal misses the third in Tofo strike as Miru rides the wall forward. Trimby is waiting. They give the shutdown over to Bawal.
Why are you question
and
marking me?
Knight playing too far into the faces of
What did I say wrong?
VKS. Gets punished. The gold lead now
Stun.
down below 1,000.
No
but
Bartle.
VKS has overstayed. BLG's reinforcements arrive, and Trimby is immediately destroyed. Shadow sidesteps away from the seismic shot.
You can play this. You can
Miru
play
now
it.
in
You
a
can
little
play
bit
it.
of
Kill
danger.
them.
He no
Kill them.
longer
Just
has
fucking
the
go in.
unraveled earth.
What the
Shadow
fuck? It
defending
takes
himself
forever to go in or what? Just win. Win. You fucking own them. Just go in. Just go in. Bro, why are they so scared?
Elk is grounded, and Miru takes
Jesus,
the triple kill to tie
man.
up the goal.
Chaos has
The Wukong's holding it for so long. Bro, just fuck them up. Fuck them up. Just so you know, LeBlanc after this bot play was 2.4k gold up on Talia.
Got it. They're going to TP into defend
Now
it,
look.
though. Miru's coming, but so is Knight.
100. 100. That's 100 in German.
First electro harpoon. Second one tags him.
Wait.
Been finding a decent
Is
amount
this
of
guy
damage
dead as
here,
well?
but Miru is first to arrive. Knight wants to kill the enemy AD carry.
Aya!
Miru dies. Bin is traded. Knight looking for a little bit more.
Wait,
but now
this
he's
is
in
mad
danger.
nuts.
He dodges away from the tower.
Wait, go in, Trimby.
Trimby continuing to
Oh my
chase, but
god.
there's nobody else left
Alright,
to chase
volume
with him.
increase. Sit up in your
Gentlemen,
chairs. It's
we
fucking
went
illness
from a
galore.
2,500 gold
Here we
lead
go.
for BLG to VKS leading by 1,000.
And I mean, it all kind of came off the back of this failed distortion here from
LeBlanc
Knight. He
is dead.
distorted into the wall there,
Rumble is
lost
showing
that
bot.
dash,
Xin
and
Zhao
then
no
as a
flash.
result, they could actually run
And
it
you're
down.
3v3ing
BLG
against
wanna
jungle
punish the
bot
play
with
here,
top
push them
side.
out of their own
Just
jungle.
fucking go. Even if you're 2k down, you win that. That Xin Zhao's
end up
inting.
hurting them. Shadow goes very far. Elk and On are not yet connected as Shadow uses the ult. Is buying a lot of time
And you
here.
have
Bawal
redemption
goes in
as
with
well,
the
actually.
Pathmaker, and then Desamis, no hesitation, flashes in, gets the Cyclone down. Elk tries to turn around but can't make it work.
These guys are trolling
They're
so
so
hard.
bad, but it's fine, guys.
They're so bad.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Hey,
I mean,
I
we're
mean-
seeing some serious mistakes when your LeBlanc is
yeah.
7-1-2 and
These are the
just
things you
W
say in a
into
team to give
wall.
your
Those are the kind of
teammates
mistakes
confidence, you know?
BLG can't afford to be making.
They should play with more
VKS
cojones, you know, like just
aptly
walk up in their face.
punish BLG. Miru, 2
Like, look at this
items
Corki, just
completed.
fucking kill
Those
him.
Magi stacks
Yes,
back
EQ,
down to
get his
10.
W.
Knight's looking for advantage. They need
If
to
they know
control
Rumble
the
no
fog
flash,
of
they
war,
can kill
but
him.
there is
Yeah, run at
Bawal
them.
doing what he needs to, getting space
Run
for
at
his
them.
team. He's not afraid to face.
On the enemy
Mid
team
wave,
is a
love that.
LeBlanc. You're going
Nice
to get
dodge,
a lot
Trimby.
of value out of that magic shield,
Bawal,
no
W
matter
away,
what. Shadow
lovely.
jumps in.
No poppy
Bawal with the
W.
Pathmaker.
No poppy W.
Guaranteed that he doesn't get caught by anything.
Knight
Knight over the
poking
wall, looking
on the
for a quick
Cassante
trade.
though,
Won't
all good.
find it, as it looks like
We're
VKS
pulling the
are ready to
dragon.
start
Nice.
up the
We could have just...
objective.
Okay.
They are daring BLG to come and
Nice.
stop
Xin
them.
Zhao no ult.
Shadow immediately
Flip
dropping
him.
the ulti here.
Miss. Okay,
Knight
all
goes
good.
for some quick burst. Doesn't find a ton. Trimby only tagged with a Sigil of Malice, but no
behind him.
detonation here just
Nice
yet.
spell
Morteos
shield. Watch out
using
behind
the
though.
spell shield.
Poppy's
On
gonna
looking
ult
for
you.
maybe a flank here from the
Talia
other
wall.
side. Miru with a
Not
very
bad.
nice Weaver's wall
Poppy ult.
to prevent any approach from BLG.
Great
and
execution.
VKS
Hey.
just navigated the dragon fight better.
Great
Yeah,
execution.
really well handled. They're
I think
marking
Trimby
the
just
potential flank from
redemptioned
On. They're
around
tracking where
Atakan or
Knight
some
and
shit.
Bin
Where did he
are,
run?
And as Shadow goes in, he
Don't
loses the
you
ulti,
dare
and then
fucking
you
drop
can't
Atakan.
really commit fully to that fight.
Advantage.
I just
given how
wish
strong the
VKS
LeBlanc was. Now it feels
Jungle open
surmountable,
spot,
one
and
could
they just
say.
start contesting hard
Given
here.
how
Rumble
much
no flash
stronger
on side
Miru
against
is with the
Talia,
2
Bard,
items
Wukong.
finished, 2
They
items
can really
also
fuck
on
this Rumble
Morteos.
if he walks up on a
And,
wave.
if
They're just going to
BLG
start it, by
try
the way.
to
They're going to
force
start
we've
it. They're
seen
going
a
to
lot
start
of
it. They're going to start it. Cassante is
shenanigans
top.
happen around this
Good word
objective.
for it.
Cassante
We
is
absolutely
literally top.
have, and I mean, no one
TP
can
in,
walk really
Cassante,
besides
TP in.
Bawal, and Knight is just going to try to punish Desamis as he comes in.
Nice.
And they are on it. They do get that information now. Bawal is forced to use the TP, but VKS should be able to take back some space.
They're in the bushes. Watch out. In the bushes.
Out there from Desamas. Desamas also had a very large purchase.
My Bard
when he
ult is
went
up
back.
soon.
Sadly, not enough to complete
Combo
his
misses.
second
All good.
full item, so still an
Trimby
advantage
lost his
there
celestial
for BLG
opposition.
and
All
for Shadow.
good.
But notice the moment the Boal arrives,
Watch
just
out
as
for the
Azel was
blink.
saying, space gathered. He is just a man that is not
Keep
afraid
laning
to
bot,
face
keep
check
laning
this
bot.
LeBlanc.
We're
He tanks up
ulting.
all the damage. They pop the ult.
Combo on
Okay,
Sin's
they're
out.
on the hunt. BLG have to
Combo on Sin's out.
use this now.
Boom.
As immediately they seismic
Ult
shove Shadow
Wukong.
back.
Yes,
Desamas
there we
going
go.
for the cycle.
Don't go
They
too
wanna look
deep.
after Elk. Shadow has to flash away. Redemption
Very deep,
coming in
very
for the
deep,
side of
a bit deep.
BKS.
Oh my god,
Coming in on
extremely
BLG.
deep. Where's Atalia going?
Throws himself into the back line, but Desamas is already down. Nice
Bard ult.
assassination.
No flash.
BKS, they took out the enemy Rumble. Chance to go for the
Oh, that
Otacon.
Sivir elf
I
bar
like
is
the
quite low.
aggressive move there, though, just using the on the
Okay,
hunt.
it's been
because
for Dismiss.
all they have to
Not bad
realize,
play
once
from
they're
VKS,
slowed
not
down,
bad.
You're going to get chased down, you're going to get taken out
Not
there.
bad at all.
So they're able
Hey.
to force the fight here.
I like the Rylights in the
And,
Sivir
you
ult.
see it.
Yeah, back on live, it's
He started the
BLG.
FDM.
There, they know.
Looking at
Oh,
the Otacon.
Boal,
Boal is right
Boal,
nearby.
Boal.
The Otacon dropping decently quickly.
flash
though.
out,
It's already
no
down to
flash
about
out.
It's gone, by the way,
HP.
it's gone. It's
the
gone.
rest of BKS isn't here yet. The Otacon's down to 4K. Does Trimby have the ultimate to try to
Nope.
stall this out? The Otacon's already going to be taken. Shadow secures it. And now BLG are looking to turn and maybe fight. On is the
Redemption,
target here
heal.
at the very start. Redemption
Flash
coming
Q,
in to
missed.
heal him up. But
Got
also
Shadow,
here on the
though.
front line. Shadow, defensive ulti.
Double agent
trying
Shadow.
to buy a little bit of time. He has to know that he's dead here, so he's just going to create
Rumble
some
to stall.
room.
Oh, look
Knight
at
goes
Knight.
there, taking away.
Morteos.
Over the wall. Morteos
Ow.
just barely.
Able to
There's
do
a
so, but at the
Knight
end of the
LeBlanc
day,
is a bit
you did
scary
get
to
that
play
one kill,
against,
but you
yeah.
got the flash off the Sivir, you got the Otacon, and Knight is even going to be able to push to Samus.
So
But
worth for
with the
BLG.
pedals, you have
They
to
got the
imagine that
Tatakan, they
things
got
are
Sivir
relatively
flash.
Similar.
Yeah.
This LeBlanc is still very scary.
Yeah, he's scared
at
of
night.
dying, Chad. He's
Even
scared
in
of
that
dying.
last
What happens
fight
if he
was the
dies
main
there and then they rush
reason
Nash?
Why
GG.
BLG was able to come back out
GG,
onto the
VP.
map and secure the Otacon. Trimby.
Give the Drake, all good.
Those types
Zin's
of
out, no flash,
attacks,
though,
when
if you wanna
show
my
up late,
Bard him.
You don't even have any opportunity to get
No,
involved there.
don't want to my Bard him. Want to my Bard here.
Ooh,
Oh my
Tempered
god, he has a
Fade,
dash.
It fires out.
And, push out
Knight's
some
gonna have
sideways.
Void Stick soon,
Morteus
that's gonna
has
hurt.
no flash.
We
What
need
if
to clear this
VKS
out, and while they're clearing it out,
Nah.
Dragon ends up being secured.
Wait for Sivir
And now
Infinity
again,
Edge, I think.
What happens?
I was gonna say, what if you
BKS
send
kind
the
of
Baron?
reclaiming back control
Fuck
on the
it.
bot side, pushing out mid.
But they have Poppy, so
BLG
maybe not the best
immediately
idea.
moves to top side and get all this deep vision lit.
But I'm just concerned that VKS, someone's going to get caught by LeBlanc and the game's just going to end on a Baron in a 4v5. So starting something would be nice for them. But Sivir Infinity Edge in base right now, I
And we were
think they get
talking
it.
about this at the top of the day.
Oh my god,
Historically,
Sivir
this has
items,
always been one of the
boom.
biggest
It's a
criticisms
headshot.
of macro where they
Well,
often struggle
they
to
definitely
keep up
should
with their
force.
opponents.
It's about
Rumble
that
might
Baron
move bot wave.
control. And Knight is looking to put some
Now what?
pressure on this
We lose
tower.
top tower?
VKS want to push on the other side, but Equalizer answers that so easily. So
Aye,
Knight
aye,
is just going to
aye,
be able to get a free tower.
Now Morteo's in a lot of danger. He's exhausted, but the
okay,
rest of the team
well-
shows up to immediately back him up. The redemption to heal
Oh, my
him.
Bard.
The exhaust does not do enough. And now VKS.
Well, Sivir had no flash on mid-wave and On tried to flash at him in the wall but missed, and then he ulted his spell shield and died.
Hanging around nearby. Morteo staying with
Go
the rest
Baron,
of the team,
now.
so he does not get
They're gonna start Baron.
assassinated. They're starting up
Someone
the
take that
Baron
pink,
right
though.
now,
Oh,
but
it's
they
so
don't
hard to
want
take that pink.
Anymore. They'll back away with just the pick.
Why don't they send it? Why don't you send
I feel
it?
like that was
Fucking send it.
a shock.
They have no
Steps
Rumble.
up, thinking, hey, and it was
I
a
guess they're
desperate
scared of the...
engage
They
too.
have
I'm not
double
really sure
smite,
how
you know,
Honors
so
will
it might be
convert
worth
that
just
really
flipping it.
into much.
When you have double
They end up
smite
losing a
and
pick,
it's
and I feel like
4v5,
the VKS
no
at the very
Poppy,
least,
no
maybe they could've
Rumble
forced
ult.
the TP
Is
out
that
from
not their
being
best
used.
chance
The
to win the
Barons
game?
just put a little bit of pressure, but I felt like
Maybe
they
they're
were too
fine still.
scared,
I don't know.
because Baron,
I feel like with
LeBlanc,
double smite,
it's a
you're like,
scary
what is it, like
combo for
65,
sure,
35
but if they
maybe?
don't really
If you lose,
force
it sucks.
BLG into it.
Right? So it's like, you're in a 5v4, you could start that
I'm
up.
just really scared of
And,
VKS. Someone gets
At the
caught.
very least, force the TP
Oh.
and back off, but Boal here, now behind Elk.
Yeah, but Knight also looking
Upgraded
at
Merc
Miru.
threats, big.
Finds a snap burst onto him there. Just a distortion, though, so Miru doesn't
Trimby
take a
Bard ult
ton
up
of
now.
damage here just
Is he
yet.
gonna
BLG
look for the Xin Zhao? Because the
continue
Xin
to try
Zhao
to
steps
posture
up so
themselves
much.
aggressively,
Xin Zhao and
looking
Rumble
for
are
a
your
chance
targets.
to maybe punish VKS if they're out of position.
Okay, no
Desamas,
E.
fortunately, sidesteps the chain there.
Oh, they're getting
kind
kinda
of
outpoked, aren't they? LeBlanc and Corki have a lot of poke.
VKS taking the worst of the trades so
Awa,
far.
awa, awa.
As
You have
BLG
redemption?
take control of the mid lane.
I mean,
Trimby,
as
what are you
Elk
doing?
is
Watch
closing
out.
in on level 16 here as well. His poke is really ramping up.
You have redemption?
The XP advantages
Someone
are
barriered.
all on the side of BLG. You can see them with these level leads here.
Oh, that
Trimby
Bard's
in some
done.
trouble.
Good
Yeah,
flash, otherwise he's
Trimby
dead.
forced to
They might
flash
force
there
Baron now.
on the
BLG.
Bard,
See now,
so
BLG might
losing
click
that
Baron.
summoner spell could be another opportunity.
The Baron
Take enemy blue.
kind of, again, it's
Okay,
that
what about
trade of
Sivir?
pressure. It's Knight.
Okay, nice spell
Goes for a
shield.
bit of chip damage, but right now it feels like BLG's just not under any pressure. They're just running the rift.
Yeah,
Talia Taliyah bot.
Absolutely are. I mean, they're controlling vision
Pushing
so
to tier
heavily.
2.
Pop
BLG
and
kinda
Morteus-
have to do
Morteus
Baron
picked
right
up the
now.
no
It
magic
feels really
hammer here.
weird if they don't
Honestly,
just
I
do
would've
Baron.
preferred this up to be able to
Bartled
stay
Nash, top.
active in these fights. BLG
Doesn't do
two-mating
it.
the Baron right now,
They
but
pull
Boal
off.
taking space. Knight looking over the wall.
Boal here
Knight doesn't have a good position. This position is not good.
Thomas goes in for the Cyclone, knocks up a couple of them. Elk and on off to the side as Boal goes in after
knocked away
Bin,
Severe.
tries to go all
Boal's
out, but
just
it's Boal
dying.
in the middle of 3 different people. He's going to be locked up here with a Tempered Fate to buy him a little bit of extra time. As On's going to be taken
On
down.
dies,
The rest of
Trimby
BKS
dies.
off to the left here at the
Boal
same
maybe
time.
takes this.
Elk takes Trimby out of the
No, he
picture
doesn't.
as Boal finally dies. BLG find a 2-for-1 so far. Knight jumps over the wall. Miru fighting back. He throws another rock.
He has
Miru is
stopwatch, no?
low.
Ooh.
Bin wants to go in. It's double golden
He has no flash though. Oh, Knight timing was not good. Elk! Elk's a psycho! He should die, right, surely?
As now he has to try to get away.
Oh my god, it's only Knight and Shadow. Oh my god. Can they two-man Nash?
Are delivering.
I think they can.
15 to 14 at 32 minutes.
The positioning from Knight was not good because look, he can't really do much here. Trimmy's just standing there looking at him. But Morteus fights against Elk and loses, and then he gets poppy ulted here.
Exactly, the fight
And now it's a
becomes
1v3 up
scattered.
here.
Boal is isolated,
It's
one
Boal
versus
goes
three.
too deep.
A good ultimate from Trimby is buying
Trimby
time, but
kind of
you've got
walks
two
in and
people
dies.
running all the way
It
to
was
the
a good
left,
start, but it
chasing
ended
down
pretty
the
bad.
support. The target focus needed to be there for VKS.
If they stay more
because
together,
the
it's better,
mobility
but
from BLG allowed them to win out on these smaller 2v2s, 3v3 skirmishes. A flash in from Bin, knowing that he has the support from his team. Elk and Knight are there to follow. They clean up VKS, and they will complete.
Don't look corky items. Mamma
Nicely done to be
mia.
able to.
Not
I
even
don't like that
45
item
seconds
more.
left on it. The
I would prefer
the
just
power
sending
play
a
only at that
BT or some
baseline of
shit.
plus 1500. VKS have done a good job of preventing BLG from getting a big win off of this.
Ulti will come down. Not going to result in a huge amount of knockback.
A bit of chunk,
Nice shove
poppy
there
ult.
onto Shadow. They chunked the Xin Zhao down to 50% HP, so VKS.
These
easily happy
Bard
with
ults
that one.
are
Tempered Fate, just a
report
whiff coming out from
Trimby, man.
Trimby. Knight wants to
BLG effectively.
Knight's items
and
are so
you can really
demonic,
start to
man.
feel the
Please,
pressure
man.
and
Someone needs to
stress
get
that
these
BLG is under right now
fucking
in this
Magi
game.
stacks down.
Absolutely, and I mean,
22
Knight,
stacks.
He's been way ahead the whole game. Goes another 10,
900
15
AP.
minutes. Everyone is going to catch
The
up to
maple
where
kind.
you are.
Yeah.
He can sell the Magi's if he dies, but until
Cassandra?
that happens, there's no better item.
Cassandra?
Boal has got to be a little bit respectful. Corki does damage now.
Yeah, Boal, he is going to get rooted up.
Bot tier
by
2 for
Knight.
Talia
He
is
will
free. You don't have to do
continue
anything.
making some Kanik
Push the
was
wave.
first item. You can see he's
Lost
working
the
on
cannon.
more armor
Ooh, that recall
itemization
spot is
now
ugly.
next,
Run.
so he will not.
And Miru is very far up.
You're fucking
I mean,
greedy,
he's
rat.
just there. He's going to get picked.
Yeah, Miru slammed into the wall. He tries to go for a little bit of Gromp gaming.
What?
He flashes even.
Flash
He had a
for
free
Gromp,
tier 2.
right?
He just
You know,
needs
at
to
the
get
end of the
outie.
day there.
Right behind it and
The
finally
GG?
break
No,
into the
it's not the
base. Tempered Fate catches
It's
Bin
just
on the
not a
very
good Bard
edge.
ult.
Trimby trying to bind him into the wall, but he doesn't have the distance. Now the equalizer here for the counter attack. Knight looking for the back line. Keeper's verdict. Injects the wall.
Nice flash by
under pressure.
Morteus.
BLG looking to go all the way in as
Knight
trying to get away.
doesn't finish him though.
Morteus barely
Elk
hanging
flash
on,
rockets and he
but
doesn't die
Visalis
either.
is down.
Wait, Sivir
Knight
lived
kills
and they
them
used a
all.
lot there to try and kill
still
Sivir.
looking for even more.
They used
Morteus
Poppy, Zin,
barely
LeBlanc
hanging on,
and
that might
Corky
be
Flash
the
to kill
difference
Sivir and it didn't
between
work.
VKS,
The more,
room
it's
to
true.
breathe,
The
setting
more
up
of
the wave on the bot
Malmortius,
side of the map.
the more of
good use
Mortius.
the Rumble ultimate
Wait a
to quickly
second.
Follow up with Knight on
Miru.
It's like an
and Knight
Amine.
wants even more than that.
Corky
This
is 6
LeBlanc
items,
is
red alert.
900.
Flashes spent
Please
across
don't
the
W
board
this bush,
there,
Knight.
though,
Please don't do it.
as That just seemed
Please
like
don't
a very
W that bush,
disjointed
Knight.
fight
Oh,
for VKS.
Teos! He's gonna die to the chain! Knight with the pick! We've
Well,
talked about it all!
Knight
Game
is not
long. If
losing
you lose track of
to
him,
NA. He
you
just
are
isn't.
dead! And Knight will sign
Despite
the
his
death
team's best
warrant for the
efforts,
Brazilian
Knight
AD
won't
carry.
lose.
a
just won.
beautiful game from Knight as he has continued to help
He is
BLG
like playing in
throughout
fucking
this
piss
game.
low solo queue
A
smurfing 25 Magi stack.
39-minute back-
G are looking to tighten
Talia
their
ult.
hold on this game.
No
The
flash on
Weaver's Wall
Own.
flies in. It's on. The only one trapped on the other side of it. He channels
Bardo.
the Keeper's verdict. Tempered Fate locks him up. Equalizer
Ow,
over the
ow,
top of
ow,
everybody
ow.
here
It's a
on
pentakill for
BKS.
Knight.
The
I can feel it
redemption coming
brewing.
in. Trimby tries to heal up as Shadow dives in. Trimby's already down. Defensive ulti coming out from
Tower dies,
Visalis,
though.
but
Back
the
it up,
tier
back it
3
up, Terry.
turret is erased from the rift. Boal, the only thing that BLG can target from here. Shadow healed up by Redemption himself. BLG have broken a second inhibitor now in the bottom lane.
The mid wave is being escorted in by Knight. That's 2 waves hitting onto these Nexus towers. Baron empowered, only 4 members left from BKS.
BLG
Wait,
looking
Elk?
for their game ending
Trolling?
push, but Elk is going to be
Lives.
caught out a little bit by the seismic shove. He has to get back. The barrier keeps
Poppy
him
ult.
alive. Shadow also at death's
Cancelled it.
door. 100 HP here on the
Knight.
jungler. Knight tries to jump into the back.
Even the
Guardian
observer doesn't know where the fuck
Angel,
Knight's
ready to
going.
bring Shadow back to life as the
One
pathmaker
kill.
of the seismic shove.
One
kills
kill.
him yet
Not bad.
again. Morteus takes the kill credit.
This gold lead
and
is
BKS,
becoming more and more
despite
like
their base
useless.
being in shambles, 2
Knight's
inhibitors
2k
down,
gold
1
up, but he's been full build for like 5 minutes already.
The question is, can VKS get something done with this really long
Elk is
death timer
2.6k gold
on
up, but
Shadow?
Sivir almost has full items as well, so this gold lead is so fake. Morteus, you have LDR? He does. Alright, 6 items Sivir. Dangerous champ.
They keep their Nexus alive.
6 items Sivir. AD gold lead is useless.
Oh,
on!
Yeah, on. Hit by the seismic shove into the unraveled earth. They commit the cyclone for it.
Wait a minute. There's... Oh no! Get the Magi stacks! Get the Magi stacks! Get him down! 1k gold to Talia!
VKS!
This gold lead is fake! It's a fake gold lead!
They want to look after Shadow as well. The Weaver's Wall doesn't catch him on the right side of it.
He
Shadow
sold
gets
Magi.
away, but VKS have a 5v3.
He sold the Magi. Get that shit off me.
They're going to try to end the game. They're going to go right down mid here, I think, and look for it.
But they have the Unleashed TP available on mid, and a massive wave in the bottom lane at the same time.
They can't end, right? Corky Rumble, you can't end. Unless, no, you can't.
Continuing their push.
Sivir ult and run at them or what?
Trying to defend this. Ben coming around here from the side as well. Drops the equalizer defensively. Shadow
Mind control them to fight you 4v3.
Keeps the VKS mid laner
Casante's
alive.
TPing,
the
guys.
push from VKS stopped. For
That's
now, TP coming in from the
wall.
but
Ben's TPing in the base, the base
wants to end the game, but Wall's teleport has left the base vulnerable. Now Ben joins up with the super minions.
Miru's TPing in, but he's gonna die as he TPs in.
Miru's the only one
he's just dead, it's over. But he overheated, but he's got the flame spitter.
Miru going golden, trying to survive as Shadow went out this
You need the base, you need the base, everyone base.
Will end the game at the Nexus.
Oh, it's over, Ignite ends as well.
But not well enough.
It's always the inhibitors. NA thinks they can end, or LTA thinks they can end. They always forget about the minions.
For VKS.
And the TPs. And the rats in the back line.
After getting that pick on tonight, they saw the opportunity.
There was hope.
But that team
of their
well, VKS almost had BLG in a game there.
20, the
Hold
final
up.
kill score. Nearly a
Alright, now it's time for T1 versus 100
game.
Thieves.
VKS held
Elimination.
on for so damn long.
07 Brazil.